Hello guys, Life Hackster here. Well, it is time of the year again. Christmas is around the corner, and this past weekend, my family and I started decorating the house for the holidays. By the way guys, the last couple of years, I made videos of some life hacks on what to do to protect your Christmas laser lights and minimize the risk of it being stolen. I don't think I'm going to put up my laser lights out this year, but I know the life hack still applies to anybody that will have these types of lights. So I'll link those videos in the description below. I also did a video of Porch Pirate box and alarm that I made several weeks ago, and I will also put the link in the description down below. The reason I mentioned this is because I'm going to use the other window alarm that I used in that video for another hack in today's video. So my wife lately told me that she's scared of putting out the Christmas wreath that her friend made for us this year in our front door because she saw this video. I guess some people will just get anything if they are given a chance. So this is a little life hack that will prevent somebody in getting your wreath from your door at least intact anyways. And we are just going to use 2 zip ties. First though, you will need a door hanger, and the hanger needs to be made of metal. Don't use plastic or those thin flimsy metal ones. So what we need to do is to secure the wreath on it using a zip tie. As long as you tie the wreath wire frame to the door hanger, the wreath will be hard to remove. The hook of the hanger will prevent the wreath from being pulled out from the door, and the zip tie will prevent it from being pushed up. Now on the bottom back part of the wreath, I will zip tie the other window alarm that I have. I chose this instead of the personal alarm because it will be easier to set up and not to worry about looking for an anchor point. The window alarm contact sensor can be easily placed on the door with the mounting tape that it came with. Let's put it up and try it out. As you can see, the wreath is now basically tethered to the door. Pulling it will just destroy the wreath, but the wreath framing will not go anywhere. Next, we will put the alarm sensor and stick it to the door. You need to find a resting place of the main window alarm and just stick the smaller sensor next to it. I'm going to set the alarm to chime mode. Now, if you want it on alarm mode, I suggest using a small piece of mounting tape and stick the little sensor to the main unit, just to prevent false alarms. Let's try it out. Great, it works pretty good. While we're talking about security, when you put up your Christmas tree, try to position it so that it will not block the motion sensors on your home alarm system. I recently changed to the ring alarm, which a lot of you probably knew, but I will link my review video in the description down below. My wife wanted 2 Christmas trees this year, and the one in our living room definitely blocks out the motion sensor. One good thing about the ring motion sensor is that it clicks to a mounting bracket. So I can basically take it off from the wall without unscrewing the screws or pulling it off from the mounting tape. You will need a small screwdriver though to push the little tab so that you can pull out the sensor from the mount. I will just place my sensor in the manual area for now until the end of the holiday season. I'm not compromising security, and I give kudos to Ring in designing their motion sensor this way. I don't know if other brands does this as well, but I know my older wired motion sensors from the company that I replaced with Ring were screwed in. So if you're putting up Christmas lights this year, I know that you have some type of automation, like hooking it up on a timer. I know some of my friends still have to turn on or off their Christmas lights manually. Well, it is 2018, and we now have smart assistants like Alexa and Google to do that for us. I still do have these manual timers which works good, but if you have smart plugs, then you can put them to good use. My only issue is that I have 3 different brands of plugs, and I can use their corresponding apps to schedule my lights, but I want voice control too. So I'll be linking my smart plugs to Alexa first, and I'll show you also if you have Google Home. By the way, I have smart plugs from Wemo, TP-Link, and also Wasserstein, which is designed for outdoors. I don't think Wasserstein makes these plugs anymore, but you can get one just like it from Amazon, and I'll link some below. What I noticed is that Wemo or TP-Link or other well-known brand of smart plug makers don't make outdoor plugs. Missed opportunity here, guys. What you will see mostly at Amazon are white labeled stuff. Anyways, my Wasserstein plug works pretty good though. Make sure when you're purchasing that the plugs needs to state that it works with Alexa and Google Home. With Amazon's Alexa, it is easy to link your devices. Just go to the smart home section, click the plus sign to add your device, choose what type of device you need to add, choose what brand is your plug. I already set it up, so I just need to click Discover Devices. My other plugs are already linked, and Alexa automatically adds them when you install more devices on a brand that you already set up. So let's program some automation on our Christmas lights. The most important one is to have a schedule set up on all the lights. But before we do anything else, we need to assign a unique name on our smart plugs, so that aside from me, Alexa and Google can differentiate them and we can control them independently outside of the group, which we'll do next. So if you want to schedule or if you want to control by voice all of your Christmas lights, then it will be simpler to combine them in a group instead of giving voice commands for each plug. Let's do this with Alexa first, then I'll show you on Google Home. So, go on to the Home Automation setting, click plus on the upper right corner, choose Add Group. Then we have to name it, which I'll name mine Christmas Lights. Click Next. We will then pick the smart plugs that we need to include in the group. I'll choose Christmas Lanterns, Christmas Lawn Lights, Christmas Tree, Christmas Village, and click Save. To double check, click on the group that you just made and make sure all your light setup are there. You can always edit and add more smart plugs or light setup in the group. Also, if you want to do a schedule, you can easily do that by going to the routines on the main menu. Click when this happens and choose schedule. Click at the time to set the time, so this one is for the on time. Then click done. Choose repeat and choose which days you want this routine to run. I'll choose every day for mine. Then click done. You will then need to add an action and scroll down to Smart Home, which will control the whole group, and choose Christmas lights, and we want it to be on. Now, we will need to another schedule when to turn it off. So every day, I have all my Christmas lights automatically turned on and off, and also I can control them individually using the app or by voice. You can also use Google Home to control the lights. The setup for me is a bit harder with Google because you have to go through different steps to get to their home automation settings, and it's not really intuitive. Also, on my smart plugs, I was able to associate with Google Home except for the Wasserstein plug, which I went through all the steps in adding it, which it has the support for it, but whenever it is done, the plug still doesn't show up on my devices list. So with this setup, I'll exclude my Christmas lawn lights. We have to go to the routine sections, which you have to go through your profile. Then to schedule, we need to set the time and day, which we will choose the on time and choose the days, which is all days for me. Then we will choose the Google device that will start the routine, and you can check the box if you want to get notified when the routine starts. Then we need to add an action, which to set this properly, we have to select popular actions, and then choose adjust lights and plugs. Then click the gear icon so that we can pick which lights or plugs that we need to turn on. Then that's it. And we also have to add Christmas lights off command so as to add the off schedule times. So let's test this out. Alexa, turn on Christmas lights.
Okay.
Hey Google, turn on Christmas lights. Alexa, turn on Christmas Village. Hey Google, turn off Christmas Village.
Sure, turning off the Christmas Village.
Well, that's it guys, and thanks for watching. And I'm hoping you learned a thing or two from this video. Let me know in the comments down below on how you set up your Christmas lights. Do you still use the manual method and forget most of the time in turning off your lights? Or you use those dial timers still, which I still did last year? Or you have the same setup as mine and trigger the on and off times using Alexa or Google? Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done it yet so as to get tips and tutorials like this video, product reviews, comparison videos, product updates, and long-term reviews. Thank you.